Hey guys, how's it going? It's Spidey Bugle finally back with another video. Alrighty, now finally I will be talking about that suit that I did make a couple of weeks ago. I apologize that I haven't been able to get a video out this week because due to rendering issues with the last video. In case you guys don't know, that was my collaboration video with Spidey Fan for the Win. It was his first collab, so please go check it out. The link will be in the description, as well as there will be an annotation on your screen right now, so please go check that out. Okay, so let's dive into this glorious design. Now this design is influenced from many other suits that I have seen over the years. One of them is the Mr. Incredible's first blue and black suit. It has some design elements from the Sam Raimi suit, and that has some design elements from the Ben Reilly suit as well. So I will go over what each element is, and then I will go over the features, and then yeah, we'll see where we'll go from there. But starting from what I first did mention, the reason why I chose Mr. Incredible suit was because, excuse me, it was something new, it was fresh, it was something I'd never seen before. I know I say that a lot, but it really was something that it's unique, it's young, it's fresh, and that's what I think this suit represents, and that's that. And also, you know, moving on to the Sam Raimi side of things, you know, it has a little bit, the webbing is raised a bit, so I think that gives it dimension and angle. And also the belt is also inspired by the Sam Raimi suit, as well as some other elements such as it's not visible on this current design, but if you zoom in closely, the material, it has that, you know, square rectangle pattern design that it has, you know, on the blue, well, on the whole suit in general. So that's that from the Sam Raimi suit. And also the Ben Reilly element on this suit is of course the logo. The logo is inspired by the Ben Reilly suit, which is probably one of my favorite comic book Spidey suits of all time. Now of course you do see a couple of features on your screen, such as, you know, multi-vision lenses. Now I will go over them, you know, from top to bottom, as well as, you know, tell you the features that aren't listed. So yeah, let's begin with the first one. Okay, and the first one is multi-vision lenses. Now, multi-vision lenses refers to a feature where Spidey has the ability to has access to multiple vision settings when he is fighting crime. So one of the key multi-vision settings is of course night vision, which, you know, in some cases, you know, it might not be necessary, but, you know, it's nice to have. It's a handy feature to have, you know, when in combat, and, you know, when he's outnumbered, and when the environment is dark, sometimes he might not be able to see properly. So, you know, it's a handy feature to have, and yeah, I just thought I would yeah, throw it in the mix to make this suit as high tech as possible. He also has an infrared vision, which allows him to see infrared stuff, and yeah, I think that's an interesting feature. And he also has what I call spider vision. So when that's the third mode. So when he taps into the spider vision, he is able to activate or individually find items of interest around him. He's also able to take pictures using those lenses, which I think is pretty weird, but, you know, why not? I mean, I love the idea of a very high-tech Spidey suit. So yeah, but yeah, moving on, the second feature we have is the spider signal and the spider cloak button. So I will first go over the spider signal. Now on this suit, the spider signal isn't a spider head. It's the logo displayed on the top left corner, the black logo that's above the name, the Spidey Bugle-Spider Suit. Yeah, I thought that was an interesting choice because, you know, instead of having, you know, typical spider head, spider signal logo. I thought, you know, I would like this suit to be unique. I want it to be different. That's why I did throw in the Spidey signal in there to make this suit as unique as possible, as different as possible, and having this as the logo of the Spidey signal, you know, he can really surprise his foes, and also, you know, it's a nice and unique feature to have on the suit. And, you know, moving on, we have the stealth and cloak button. Now, this is limited to time. I did add limitations to this suit, which I will go over the pros and cons in a minute in the next segment, but for now we'll focus on the features. So the stealth feature on this suit allows him to cloak for a limited amount of time. You know, depending on the environment, he's able to stay longer in certain environments, and in most cases he's able to go undetected. And moving on to the next feature, web wings. Now, why web wings? Well, there is a time where there will be times where Spidey doesn't have like this Spider-Man suit, because it has mechanical web shooters. At times, you know, when his foes do destroy his web shooters, and you know, they are pretty much rendered useless, and he is falling, and you know, what's he gonna do? Some people may say, well, he can just, you know, use his agility and, you know, stick to the building. But what if he's falling in an open space where he cannot stick to any building whatsoever? Well, that's where the web wings come in. Now, these web wings are slightly different to the ones seen in the Homecoming trailer. They are slightly larger and allow for sleeker, faster, and just overall allow for better gliding. It's efficient, and you know, it is used only when necessary, so it isn't a useless feature, but it is one of those features where, you know, just in case something bad happens, it serves as a backup feature. So yeah, I thought that was an interesting feature to throw in the suit. So moving on to the next features, which is one of the most important features in the entire suit, is the ultra durable nanotech material that is featured around the suit. Basically, this is a material that is very, very durable. It allows Spidey to pretty much it enhances the suit's durability, so it will survive explosions. It is durable and effective against, you know, blades being, so it won't shatter. It also protects Spidey from blade sword attacks, so he won't feel the blade piercing his skin when opponents do slash at him with blades. So they will impact the suit, but it won't cut anything. It will just bounce right off. Well, it won't bounce right off, but you know, it won't do any damage. The material also protects the technology that is under the suit. So there's like 3 layers. There's the first layer, which is the most durable layer on the entire suit. There's a second layer, which houses the technological, all the high tech, his lenses and whatnot. And the third layer is what, again, is the same as the first layer. It's that durable material, which houses everything inside. So it is a little thicker than, the material is a little thicker than most Spidey suits, but when you have it on, so when Spider-Man has it on, it fits well, everything functions normally. The size, birds outside, excuse me. The size is perfect for Spider-Man, so yeah, I think that's a very important feature. Okay, and I just forgot. So going back to the ultra durable suit, yes, as I said, it does protect the Peter Parker and his high-tech instruments that are housed within the suit. So there's that. And moving on to the last feature, web cartridges. Now, they in the webbing. So as you can see on his belt, there is the webbing design going horizontally. Those are all pouches for his web cartridges. So as he fights, those pockets are very tight, so he does house some web cartridges inside that do replace his mechanical web shooters. Okay, now moving on to the features that are not listed. Spidey tracers. Now Spidey tracers are housed, you will never guess where they are housed. They are housed in his shoulders. So the first leg on the logo, I think to the far right and left. So yeah, on his shoulders there are Spidey tracers housed in that small pouch area on his shoulder that allows him to just quickly maneuver on his shoulder and throw it straight ahead, which I think is ineffective. Instead of having it on his belt, he is disadvantaged because his hand is in a downward position. So I felt it will be, you know, much more, it would be better to put it on his shoulder because his hand or his arm is already in an upward position, and all he has to do is just gesture downward, which I think is really important, and it is time efficient and it will prove, you know, effective in the heat of battle, or when he's trying to track down opponents. He can just reach on his shoulder and just throw the spider tracer on the opponent's cars or vehicles that need to be tracked. So yeah. Okay, now that pretty much covers everything. Now please keep in mind that certain features and various design elements may change over time. So, you know, I will update you guys on the design. So, but right now, for now, this is the final design. So yeah, and yep, now I will be moving on to the weakness. So the weak aspects, the cons of the suit. As I have already covered, you know, the pros, I am now moving on to the cons. So starting off with the first disadvantage when having this suit is the heat. Now heat is a huge factor when wearing this suit. It affects the body temperature when wearing the suit, and if you're in a very humid environment where it's I think over 40 degrees or over 100 Fahrenheit, you know, depending if you live in the United States, but if it is over 40 degrees, the suit can get stuffy inside. There is a way to solve that. That is, you know, just moving around, and that'll allow the suit to, you know, breathe in fresh air. The suit is very organic. It responds to the way Spider-Man moves. So if he is staying in one place, the suit will get stuffy, but if he just continues to move, which he definitely does, then yeah, there's no problem whatsoever. Another disadvantage with this suit is the, as I said earlier, the cloak time period. Now the cloak time period, it depends, it's dependent on what Spider-Man does, but if he stays still and if he doesn't make any sudden movements, or if he doesn't attack his opponents, then he will stay cloaked for a very long time. But if he does mess up that cloak process, or if someone damages his cloak button or cloak feature, then he's not able to access the stealth feature anymore, and will have to, you know, use his spider abilities, you know, with to stay in the shadows. But you know, these are features, you know, added to what he can already do. So this pretty much enhances Spider-Man. And I almost forgot to tell you guys, we recently had a brand new Spider-Man Homecoming trailer release. It's the third trailer released by Sony Studios and Marvel Studios and Sony. There were also two posters that were released alongside the trailer. Yeah, what do you guys think? You know, I have a question. You know, speaking of posters, I also have a tweet regarding that recently blew up. Currently, at the moment of this recording, has 1,731 likes and 555 retweets. So 1.17k. That's absolutely insane. I did not expect that to have a lot of likes. I'm also featured in a moments tab in a Twitter moment about the poster, which everyone just criticizes the first poster. I think it's great. I think it's awesome. I like every single Spider-Man poster that is released. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, I think the poster is pretty awesome. Let me know in the comments below which poster you'd like the most. So that pretty much wraps up today's video. I have listed everything there is to know about the Bugle-Spider Suit. Please enjoy. I hope if you did enjoy, if you do like the design, if you did enjoy the features, please give it a like and don't hesitate to leave your comments and suggestions below. Subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Amino, follow the Spidey Squad on Amino, and follow every Spidey Squad member. We are also on Discord, so we have a Discord server where we chat about all things Spider-Man, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a nice day.